Oh, you Donna? Well, shorty that ran into my fiance car.
It's something different about him, and I know that he has a girl, but everything about him just says that he's supposed to be mine. Like, I can honestly feel it.
Man, I see you out here doing big things, man.
Being here with you was really making me happy.
I felt the same way too.
When I get home, I got a lot to handle. You do too. I know you got a man.
You have a whole fiance at home, remember? Get out!
Girl, did he hit you?
I already knew how this little thing between us was gonna end.
Can I be cooped up in this dirty, dingy ass motel room like this, bro? This right here, this is our reality.
We both knew this wasn't gonna work.
We got something special.
I have to save myself.
Don't touch me again, you know what I'm saying?
Get out! Get out! All my life, I've been waiting for somebody to save me. I knew that it was gonna be you.
Oh, I can't seem to let you go.
What's poppin', T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with my all tea, all shade Real Housewives of Potomac season 6 reunion part 3. First off, I want to let you guys know that tomorrow I will be dropping my interview with Yada, who plays Murder in my movie Paper Heart. The interview will be dropping at 6 p.m. Friday, I will be dropping the interview with Robin Rose, who plays Lennon, at 6 p.m. Central Time. The following Monday, I will be releasing the interview with Kristen Clark, who plays Scotland in the movie Paper Heart, at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then December 3rd, I will be dropping the interview with Dawn from Black Ink Crew Chicago, who plays Knight in my film Paper Heart, at 6 p.m. Central Time. You guys just got to witness the trailer. The St. Louis premiere is December 4th. And then December 11th is the Detroit premiere. The information for tickets for the Detroit premiere is down below in the description box. Hopefully you guys can come out and I can meet you in person. I will be there. After that, Paper Heart will be available to stream on Tubi and IMDb. Also, make sure you guys check out my interview with Melody Holt's mom, Vanessa R. Tracy. The interview is up right now. It was a great interview. So make sure you guys watch it. Also, I got some behind the scenes tea for you guys. So, news broke this weekend that Karen has been offered a spinoff show. So the show is being billed as a family show with comedic elements that will give viewers an inside look at the iconic housewives' personal and business worlds. Karen's entire family, including husband Ray Huger and children Raven and Brandon, will be featured. The series, which has already wrapped filming, is set to debut in early 2022 after Portia Williams' spinoff show. I am so excited about this. You know, Karen is hilarious. Love seeing her. Here is they had some pictures online of the cameras in the house, cameras for Raven and for her son. Can't wait for this. Love that Karen is getting, you know, her just due, because she is fabulous. We love everything about the Grand Dame. And then also I wanted to show you guys this picture of Ashley and Candace that somebody put up on Twitter that had me dying laughing, because we all know how much Candace loves to talk about Ashley's big face and her wide forehead. And then somebody had to show documentation that their foreheads are actually the same size. And here is the photo. Child, I hollered when I saw this goddamn picture, because I'm like, girl, your wig is pushed back just like hers, girl. Like, y'all look the same by the forehead, and this obviously was Candace pre nose job, child, because that nose was looking like a bell pepper. Now it's looking like Whoville. So I had to point that out to you guys. Now let's get into tonight's reunion part 3. And so we pick up exactly where we left off last week with Giselle and Wendy going at it, and Wendy reminding her that, you know, having plastic surgery does not keep a man, a la when she had a tummy tuck. She was like, did that help you keep Jamal? Giselle was like, I had a tummy tuck because I had twins. I didn't have it for a man. Wendy was like, then why would you think another woman would do it for a man? Point taken. Touche, girlfriend. Andy was like, why did you go so hard against Robin and Giselle and not Ashley when she was the one that came to you with everything? Wendy says, because she told me about the rumor in January talking about Robin. Robin sets the record straight that by saying that she thought it was something new. She thought this was a whole other rumor. She admits that she did talk to Wendy about this back in January, but that, you know, she said that, you know, this blog was, you know, non-credible and this, that, and the third. But my thing is, once again, if this blog is incredible, then why did Giselle bring it to the show? She said out of her own mouth at the reunion that this blog is incredible. So if it's not credible and you didn't believe what they're saying, then why did you make that a part of your storyline this year and kept on making digs? And now that you're at the reunion, you don't want to admit that that was exactly what the fuck you did. Like, stop it, Giselle, with the foolishness. So I do believe Robin when she says that she thought this was a new rumor that Ashley was bringing up, because, you know, Robin is dingy, you know, when she ain't got her snapping to a Slim Jim. She don't really know what the fuck is going on. So Wendy pulls out a cardboard cutout of her and Robin's text message thread, and Robin was like, did you really spend money on that? And I was like, yes, she did, brokey. Don't get mad because you can't afford to go to Kinko's and get you a cardboard cutout because you ain't got no money. So Andy was like, you know, Wendy up here trying to plead her case about this and how she knew and this, that, and the third. And Andy was like, girl, I don't think this is the evidence. Because Andy was like, girl, this is not it. You look crazy. Wendy was like, this is it. This is it. I was hollering. Andy was not impressed, child, at all. So Andy was like, Giselle, if you really cared about Wendy, why didn't you pull her to the side like you did Robin when you was talking about the situation with Robin? Giselle was like, I was, but the conversation at the dinner went left and she was being defensive. Mia then jumps in and was like, Wendy, if it's false, why are you upset? Wendy was like, because that's my husband's reputation. I don't know what you do, but this is my husband's reputation. Well, bitch, it was all about Monique and her husband and her child reputation last season, and you set up her and sided with the Green Eye Bandits, and now a year later when the focus is on you, you don't like it. So that's why I can't really give her no tea, can't really give her no comfort, no care in the world, because you didn't give a fuck about Monique last season. You vilified her right along with the rest of them hoes, and now you getting it. And we told you it was gonna happen to you, bitch, because they didn't give a fuck about your ass last year. You was just a number for them, much like Candace, and now you getting it. So really can't feel sorry for you, sis. So Andy says, Wendy, why do you think you're exempt from getting talked about when it comes to rumors about your marriage? Wendy was like, I feel like it was calculated. This was the same blog that said she paid Jamal $100 grand to be her significant other, and that said she had an STD. The fact that she chose to talk about me and not that, and the things that they said about her showed it was calculated. Now, I agree with her on that. It's obvious that Giselle came into this season with this bit of information to try to, you know, build this narrative and storyline about Wendy and her husband. You know what I'm saying? But we all told you, bitch, this is gonna happen. You ain't want to listen. So Wendy then pulls out her phone records, child, to show that Giselle said that they talked about a lot of stuff on the phone one day, but they actually only talked for a minute. And I'm like, girl, this is what Robin should have been like. You really took your time out to do that, girl, calling up Verizon to get phone records and shit. Andy looked at the shit and was like, we went from a binder to a loose leaf folder. This is a fob. He was like, girl, like, this is not the one nor the two. You look crazy. Like, Monique did not do it so you can crawl, bitch. She did it so you can run, and you are failing us all. And like, you could tell that in that moment he was like, I fucked up by doing Monique the way I fucking did her ass. So Ashley was like, you know, I feel bad that you feel like we were judging you, and I'm sorry for that. And Wendy accepts her apology, but Ashley ass ain't no motherfucking better neither, because she sided with them bald head Billy Goats, knowing that they ain't shit and how they done dogged her ass in the past. And like I said, I was very shocked by Ashley this season for siding with them hoes, knowing that they ain't shit and they really don't like your ass neither. So Robin's segment comes up and we get to see all of her and her broke glory. Her just being the masculine man that she is. Now, if Candace gonna call anybody on that stage a man, it need to be the bitch sitting next to her, because Robin is shaped like a goddamn WWE diva. She is giving me very much China, very much Jacqueline in this bitch. So Andy was like, you know, we got a strong reaction to Juan saying your behavior was unattractive, you know, when her ass was laying up in the bed all goddamn day, not tending to her children nor herself. Robin gonna say he felt bad he wasn't giving me the tender support that I needed for myself. You's a motherfucking lie. That man didn't feel bad about shit. He felt bad that your manly ass was laying up in that bed, not taking care of the damn household, probably not bathing and not taking care of y'all kids or whatever while he at work. You couldn't even get your raggedy ass up to go help them with their goddamn schoolwork. So Robin says that she paid off her taxes and put a down payment on their house with their hat money. And bitch, I need to see receipts, because I don't bit more believe her. Just like I didn't believe her when she said that Target and TJ Maxx and Macy's was on her line to get them raggedy ass hats. Because when Andy asked her about did she take the deal, something, I wouldn't make enough money for there to really be a profit. Exactly. You got them damn hats from the 99-cent store, girl. Them the same hats you find at the motherfucking gas station when you on the road, bitch, and you cop one as a souvenir girl. And girl, none of them damn stores was looking for you, nor calling for you, nor emailing or faxing your ass, you lying ass heifer. And like I said, I don't bit more believe that them goddamn embezzled goddamn hats didn't put money down on shit. You's a goddamn lie. I'd be damned if I paid more than fucking 9 cents for one of them goddamn ugly ass hats. So Andy was like, will you get married next year? Robin was like, I hope so, because y'all ain't got no money. Y'all took the little money y'all did get. Y'all been on this show for 6 seasons and y'all just not getting a house. And y'all can't even afford to have no goddamn wedding. Just get married in the backyard, bitch. Have Giselle be the goddamn officiant. You know she would love it. So Andy was like, who here thinks that they'll get married next year? Baby, it was crickets. Only person that raised their hand was Giselle. And that's because she had to. Because don't everybody know they ain't got no goddamn money. This bitch can't even afford to get her hair done during the season. All she can afford to do is go to Bally's and lift weights. So Andy was like, Ashley, why does Michael always say that they're not going to get married? And she was like, you know, he feels like they've been together this long without being married. So why would they, you know, do it now? No, bitch. He know they ain't getting married because he over there fucking him. How you think they got the down payment for that motherfucking house? Juan is gay for fucking pay, bitch. That's why neither one of their asses at this goddamn reunion, because they on vacation together, probably in Vegas, hunching. Girl, get out of here. Y'all husbands are each other's lovers. Boo things. I got a secret. It's here in my heart. And I can't even tell my friends. Yes, ma'am. So Giselle was like, you know Michael want to marry Juan. I was like, they probably already got hitched in Vegas. So Robin says that she's open to having a baby until she's 43. Andy was like, how old are you? She was like 42. So you only got a window open for a year. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Fuck you and Juan. So Andy tells them they're taking a 10-minute break and goes to speak to Nikki in her hotel room. And Andy is like, is there anybody out there that should be like, uh-oh, when you come out? She was like, probably Ashley, because when she brought her butt out that house with her breast milk to read somebody about their husband, I wasn't feeling it. I just feel like with everything that Onika got going on in her own life, ain't no way in hell you about to get on her and judge anybody about their situation. And I don't give a fuck about you being fucking Nicki Minaj, bitch. Ain't no way in hell you about to come on her and question me about shit and think I'm not gonna question you about yours. Okay? Because I would have been dishing it right back to her ass. She come out there question me about my shit. What's going on with you and your husband and the rape charges? Did he go and submit his information to being a predator? Okay. Are you gonna pay that girl her money? All right, girl. So then she was like, people said if I talk to Candace about her music, she might be sad or take it the wrong way. We ain't gonna take it the wrong way, because whatever you gonna tell her ass is the truth about that shitty ass singing career of hers. So Andy was like, you can actually take sides and share your opinion. And she was like, oh, you know, y'all can't come for me because Andy said that I can't take sides. So then the husbands come out, minus Juan and Michael, of course, because they over somewhere doggy styling each other and scissoring and giving each other hand jobs. So Candace's phone started to ring, and it's her old ignorant tail ass mammy, Dorothy. Andy asked to speak to her, and he was like, do you have any regrets about your line of questioning, you know, to the ladies at the video shoot? And she was like, no. Of course you don't. Andy was like, have you apologized to your son-in-law to his face? And she was like, not to his face yet, but I will do that. Andy was like, do you think he's owed that by you? And she was like, I mean, I guess. That bitch don't give a fuck. Candace act just like her raggedy ass mammy. They are two peas in a motherfucking pod. So Chris was like, can we just hang up, child? So then we get to G's segment. And you know, I'm here for G. G a good motherfucking time. I kick it with G and me at any time. So Andy was like, Ashley, you seem to get upset with G's behavior. Why was that? We've seen your husband act a million times worse, and you always seem to give him a pass. Ashley gonna say, my husband has never been overtly sexual with anyone in this group. Bitch, or do you got amnesia, ho? What the fuck is you talking about? Bitch, are we in the Matrix? Like, your husband has acted a fool since the beginning. He pulled down his pants, tried to jump over the goddamn rail somewhere, touching on people's butts, saying he want to suck people's dicks, fucking all kind of crazy shit. And you got the nerve to sit up here and try to take up for him. Girl, if you don't sit your big box head ass down somewhere. So Andy was like, he said he would suck Juan's dick. So Ashley was like, I mean, did Juan have a problem with it? I was like, girl, just go ahead and tell the truth. You know they hunching. So Giselle was like, Michael has never licked his tongue out to anyone or been like, it's time to pussy pop. We didn't know, G. All of that behavior was like, whoa, bitch, you didn't know Michael either when he came on her acting a fool and you was judging him every 5 seconds. And they even showed and rolled the clips where you had something to say about Michael from the beginning. Shut up, Giselle, with your two-faced ass. So G was like, you know, I had no intentions of hurting your feelings. And after I watched it back, I'm sorry. And Ashley was like, you know what? Oh, wow. Like, thank you for that, you know, because that's rare that we get a genuine apology from somebody. And like I said, G didn't mean no harm. He just an old ass man that liked to get lit. So Andy was like, Robin, it's frustrating that Juan never shows up for you at events. Do you ever get sick of making excuses for his action? She was like, I mean, he's a basketball coach. You know, he just cannot leave his job to do certain things. Girl, you a motherfucking lie. You a motherfucking lie. He can do whatever the fuck he want to do. He can do it if he chooses to. And yes, they tried to compare him to Jen Shaw from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Her husband is a football coach or whatever. He's always busy, but he at least shows up for certain things, and he even showed up to the reunion. So girl, he don't want to come because he don't want to answer no questions, and he don't want to be seen with your masculine ass. So Wendy Andy was like, Candace, what is the status of your husband, Jer? Chris was like, I'm a glorified secretary. I don't manage her career, though. And that's even sadder that you doing all this shit for her ass for fucking free. I guess you can use the excuse that, you know, this is what husbands and wives do. But to deal with somebody like her that treats you like shit, ain't no way in hell. So Andy was like, why do you think Dorothy rolled her eyes when she said she's never paid a bill with your name on it? Chris was like, she made the comment that when we got married, I quit my job. I didn't. I've never talked to her about my financial status. I mean, why is the fact that your mother-in-law is still paying bills for y'all is fucking ridiculous. Like, the whole situation is just fucking ridiculous. So Andy was like, do you think you're a lot like your mom? And Ken was like, yes. And I think I can see a lot of things about her that I don't want to be like. Well, bitch, I can't tell. I can't tell because you get worse. You're getting worse. As the older you get, the worse you get. The more you coming to look like Dorothy funny looking ass and act like her. So Andy was like, Chris, did you try to holler at Mia back in the day? And Mia was like, it was just a jab. And this is my issue with Mia ass. If you gonna read motherfuckers, read them with true tea. You just can't be making up shit just for the fun of it. Like, that gives you no credibility, and ain't nobody gonna listen to shit that you got to say. I need for me to get it the fuck together next season. Like, stop it with the foolishness, please. So Andy was like, you know, your wife put out a tweet that Chris tossed her salad. How did that make you feel? Candace was like, what would possess you to say something like that? I want to know what would possess her to say some shit like that, especially considering the fact that it wasn't true. Like, and if I was G, I'd be feeling some type of way. Like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? So Mia was like, you know, what would possess you to call me handsome? Well, bitch, you got handsome features. You know, you's a big bitch. Get over it. So Wendy was like, I think it's weird for a married woman to say Eddie never made eye contact with you. Wendy, your nigga liked her. He said that if he could fuck with anybody in this group, it would have been with Mia, and your ass felt some type of way about it and still do. So Mia was like, because you're insecure and your husband is scared. Fact on top of facts. So Wendy was like, I'm insecure when you're sitting here lying saying he tossed your salad. He tossed your salad. He tossed your salad. I'm like, girl, oh my God, Wendy is such a bird. Oh my God, she's such a bird. So Andy was like, Eddie, what was your takeaway with the rumors about you? Was it brought up in a malicious way? And he was like, it was brought up in a way that didn't show concern for me or my children. Andy was like, Giselle, is there anything you want to add to that? She was like, no. And he was like, do you think you owe him an apology? And she was like, no, because I said I don't believe it. Girl, that damn devil spawn. That's why her outfit looked a Gumby ass mess. So then Karen's segment comes up and she talks about how Ray supports her and he's her biggest cheerleader. And he was saying, you know, she don't even promote herself as much as she should. So then Chris jumped in and was like, I wonder why when I'm pushing Candace, I'm riding her coattails. Can anybody explain that? And Andy was like, Giselle thinks it's a different scenario. Giselle says Ray held Karen down for 20 years, so that's the missing component. Chris is like, so y'all act like I don't do nothing. Y'all perpetuate this narrative that I'm broke, that I came from shit. When me and her started dating, I had a house that I paid rent and I paid rent at her place. I was not going to pay an entire mortgage for you and your mother until we were married. Or if that's the case, then you should have kept your house and kept her and her mama over there, because as a grown-ass man living under this woman's roof, you shouldn't have been only paying this and only paying that. Like the whole situation was just set up for failure. You should have stayed in your place and let her stay wherever the fuck she was at until y'all got married, if that was the case. Because you as a grown man living under her mama's roof just looked crazy. So the husbands leave and Andy asks for some tequila and out comes Nikki. Loved her outfit. Really didn't care for her hair, but her outfit was cute. It was Chanel. The ladies freak out, of course. Nikki sits down and she gets right to it and she digs in on Ashley right from the joint. And she was like, Ashley, to me, because it seemed like to me, because you just had a baby and wanted to be home with your babies, it seemed like you didn't have much of a storyline. Was that why you were willing to be Giselle's sidekick and be so shady to Wendy? And I was like, oh, she did not come to play with the girls. I won't say that Ashley didn't have a storyline, because she did. She was dealing with, you know, her and Michael not having sex and getting used to her body and being a mother of two plus this. But I will say that I did not like that Ashley played the game right along with Giselle. It just cheapened her and just, like, you know what type of hoe she is, so why even involve yourself in this foolishness? Wendy and Karen are gagging. They like, get a bitch. So Ashley was like, are you going to dispute that you only, no, I'm sorry, Nikki was like, are you going to dispute, are you going to dispute that you only came, I mean, you left afterwards, she should have stayed home. Candace actually tried to stick up for Ashley. It's like, she had to work, we have to work. And Nikki was like, whoa, Candy girl, like, hold the fuck up, like, ain't nobody talking to you, Bobbiana. And then the episode went off. From what I can see on the last episode of this reunion next week, that Nikki's going to ask all the questions that we, the viewers, have been dying to be asked. Looking forward to looking forward to the shade of it all. I can't wait to see the ladies' answers to everything. I give part 3 of this reunion overall a B+. It was cute for what it was. Seemed like next week's episode is going to be even better. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.